Hey y'all, what's up? Your girl's back at it again. You know how I do it on here as always, giving y'all the latest content on new music, new artists, fresh artists that keep my interest. And I'm here to do a music review on this singer, songwriter, producer. She's from New York. I haven't heard of her, but I recently checked out her music last night. Her name is Amber Marks. And Amber Marks, I have to be honest, not Amber Marks, Amber Mark. Amber Mark, I have to be honest, she's very refreshing. I love her music, I love her sound. She put out this song called Mixer. Really dope record. I love her sound overall. She's really one of like the refreshing independent R&B singers. I would say she's more like a alternative indie pop R&B singer because her music is just so like eclectic and it's very like, just fresh. And really, I never heard of this girl, but when I clicked on that Mixer record, I was like, okay, cool. So she's from New York. She's been doing music for a while. She's independent. Her sounds more like that soulful pop and R&B, and it's more of like that eclectic sound. Like, it reminds me of like the sound from the 70s and disco era funk. So when I heard Mixer, I was like, whoa, this chick, she got, something in her bag too. And really, that's why I have to be honest. It's like, it's really amazing to do research on these artists that they're not mainstream, but they're independent, but they're talented, and they are like authentic. So I've been doing more research on her. So she has put out a couple of EPs too. She did put out her debut EP, like 3:33 a.m. EP that came out a few years ago, maybe a year or two ago, and then she had just released her recent EP called Cognaxo. I don't know how to pronounce it, but look it up. But yeah, this girl right here, she's another one that she fits in like the department of, like, I would say Tinashe in a way too, because, and the reason why I say that, like, that particular sound and that alternative indie R&B vibe, but it got pop elements to it and soulful elements. It's like she really fits in that department, but she is her own sound. So she is Amber Mark, she is her own sound. And really, it's like when I heard her music, I was like, whoa, it's just more like that, just eclectic, more retro vibe. She has like sensual vibes too. And her voice is really beautiful. I like her voice. It's like a really nice tone. She can sing. She really can, actually, she can really sing. Anyway, she can sing. It's not like she can sing. She got pipes on her. She can sing. And I love the way how she sang her records is like smooth, like butter and stuff and all that. It's like she's just really a breath of fresh air. And it's so cool for me to even, like I said, I took the time out to even listen to her music. I was like, wait a minute, this chick right here? Okay, cool. And also, I did read in a recent article, like now a while back, like she did, Sade, you know who Sade is. The sweetest taboo Sade. Smooth operator. You know who that Sade is. Sade's like, yeah, girl, this girl's the real deal. So it's like, really, with her, to even, like I said, to even have a lane in music nowadays, that's why I've always have said people need to check out other talented singers and rappers in general, talented artists in general, because the sound that they're creating is not like your typical mainstream sound. And I think really artists like her, they really do fit in that department because they're very like, really, you can't put them in a box, and they're versatile. And I could tell she takes her music seriously as well, because she has really produced some really, really good music. She's a producer as well, and she's a songwriter. Seriously, we don't really get to hear many producers and singers and songwriters from women, especially women artists, because like I said, the stigma of, like I said, all of that. But I think that she brings something new and fresh to the table as far as you know, more like that. It's kind of like the lane for her of like R&B, pop, and soulful vibes, and then she got more of like that just like the mystiqueness to her, like that mysterious feel. So that's a great way to even describe her, because it's like she's very into like her craft, and she's very artsy as well. So I have checked out her music, and like I said, I'm just going to listen to it more. So just to get the feel of like, you know, just knowing who she is. And she's been doing her thing too, but I really am really interested in hearing more from her. So I really think that she's very, like I said, in her own lane. I see her being her. She's not nobody else. And I really have to say this. Artists that are being themselves, I know people, they will compare them to other artists, but the main thing is you gotta respect their art. You have to respect their lane. There's too many of this like, oh, so-and-so is trying to be... No, there's only one. That's why I've always have said we got to appreciate these different talented artists making music, because that's why, like I said, you know, I go in for the kill and I be dragging and going on, because it's like this. If I'm a music lover, I am a music lover, and I'm so used to listening to more than one artist. I'm used to hearing different artists. I grew up with listening to a variety of artists, and I just enjoy music. So for me to enjoy music, it's like I don't care who you are. You make good music. You make good music in my book. I will support you forever. And I think especially with female singers, and especially in R&B, you know, people saying they're missing like that soul for R&B, and even R&B that's different. They have a different niche. It's not your traditional R&B, and it could be your traditional R&B too, because R&B has made progress, and R&B has progressed over the years, but R&B, like the traditional R&B, it wasn't always traditional either, but it was another sound that incorporated with the traditional R&B, and that made it more like very like eclectic, very like spontaneous. It had like a new sound, a new wave. And traditional R&B is good as well too, because I love traditional R&B. But R&B, really, like that's what I'm saying. It's like when I do my R&B series, what happened to R&B series, it's like I've noticed that we really took a nosedive. We really took a dip. We really went downhill, because like I said, the 70s R&B, the 80s R&B, the 90s R&B, like in the 2000s R&B, I have to be honest, this is why I think these artists now, they're trying to bring back that essence of R&B back to the forefront. And I think that really, I've heard great talented female artists, R&B artists, that are doing their thing. I look forward to support them. And Amber Mark, she fits the bill, because with her sound, it's very, very like, you know, it's a pop sound, it's like an R&B sound, and she also, it's like, she does fit in Sade, and Sade even, like I said, gave her a shout out. Sade, you got Sade giving you a fucking shout out. You doing something right. You doing a damn thing. Because Sade, for example, her music is that soulful, sensual, like that vibe of like R&B and pop, and a lot of like funk and jazz. And Amber Mark, she also includes like that funk and jazz into her music. So it's like, really, I gotta keep it 100. I'm really looking forward for just discovering new artists and listening to their music, because really it's like this. For me, I just think that it's very important in terms of today's music that we get artists that have their lane, and the lane that they have really fulfilled. And really, it's almost like, especially with certain type of R&B mainstream, the radio, they only want one certain type of R&B. They don't want it. It's sad, because it's like, growing up, we've had different types of R&B, like the neo soul R&B, and I love neo soul R&B too. I love me some neo soul R&B, and all the neo soul singers and songwriters, like, they make good R&B music. But because of mainstream, they're so used to now, like I said, that trap R&B. So it's like, oh, if you're an R&B singer, but you don't want to just be an R&B singer, but if you're just an artist overall, and you make R&B and you make soul, pop, and neo soul and everything, like I said, if you want to get in the music business, I suggest, highly strongly suggest, if you're an artist that you're about your art and you don't want to conform to like mainstream, stay independent. Your best bet is staying independent, because my thing is, these record labels, they will not know how to market you. So that's why you got you got to have a right team, a right management, and all that. So that's all I gotta say about Amber Mark. I think she's really dope. I like her music. Mixer is a jam. It's a really good song. I love it. It's upbeat. It's fun. She's having fun with it. So, it's a really good record. So, guys, what do you guys think about Amber Mark? What do you think about her music? If you guys are fans of her, let me know down below. Like, share, comment, and subscribe down below. Don't be afraid to hit that notification bell. Don't be afraid to hit that subscribe button. You know how your girl gotta rock out with you as always. Stay tuned on the next episode of Get the Sense 92 Dragon Ball Z narrative reference. Peace.